Good afternoon, everybody. Okay, thank you. Already started. The theme related to climate change, youth and tourism development. Our honorable speaker, honorable vice chancellor, already talked about different issues related to climate change, particularly in the local areas and how youth can play a vital role. So I'm not going that much deeper into that climate change. I'm sure that coming 3 days you will get a lot of insight on that climate change, tourism development and how youth can be. And there are a number of technical sessions on that. But on behalf of organizing committee, where I am also one of the part of that, once again I welcome all of you and to be part of this program, the International Conclave, which is very important. Important in that sense, already climate change, globally, lot of organization, number of institutions, number of researchers, number of academicians, policymakers, everybody is working. Different way. We have hope and a lot of discussion is going on, policy issues, every country is preparing what will be the agenda. But there are some irony also. Even India is also listed on that list of countries. Till they have not submitted the what to be way forward, the agenda and other what is their priority. So a lot of countries, even USA, even the president of Brazil, they have different opinion. They are also not that much sensitized on, not interested in that climate change issue. And climate change issue, one of the major problem is that obviously financing climate change. So how to do that? So a lot of things will come in the coming 3 days. But the theme what the organizer have already taken that, the climate change, youth and tourism development. If you see that tourism development is one of the crucial areas of employment generation, cultural exchange, so many things are there. Even it can change the economy of any country, the GDP and other number of countries are there which is totally dependent on tourism. And because of this tourism development, this is important. But when we talk about this tourism development, this is also understood. The climate change is not only hampering the other issues like starting from health, the food security, the habitat, so many issues are there related to climate change. But here the specific theme is that how the climate change is affecting the tourism development, right? We know that the global warming and climate change, the sea level is increasing, and that is also affecting the tourism development in a lot of countries, and also it is affecting the biodiversity. So that's why the theme for this climate change and tourism is very, very important in that way that when we are talking in one hand, that tourism is important for the country's economy, livelihood, the culture, promotion and many more other things. But in other way, this is also the climate change is one of the threat for that. So balancing these two is important, how we can go ahead with this. So one way, the tourism as an opportunity, one way the climate change is there. And in between the word is youth. This is the most important. So how youth can take the role in this in between to balance these two. So how they can play a vital role. Several things are coming up. A lot of ecotourism development, how the community-led tourism, it can be. Number of youths are nowadays taking as a job opportunity, as a self-employment or many other ways. Several ways they are getting involved in this, both the tourism sector development and also the preservation of local issues, local community. So nowadays the community-led and adaptation for climate change, community-led tourism, these terms are coming very frequently, and youth can play a big role, vital role for balancing these two, both the opportunities as well as the threat. In coming days, we'll get a lot of scope to discuss on this issue. There are a lot of technical sessions. One of the technical sessions, what I am going to lead on that, how the SDGs, which is one of the vital and SDG sustainable development goal when we are talking about that climate change and other. These are all becoming part of global issues of SDG 2030. And we have a session because SDG was started in 2015. Now it's a 10 years. So the special session has been made for that. How the SDGs have performed and in coming 5 years in 2030, how we are looking for SDGs. So if you have the special session, I will request all my students from Nagaland University, please stand up once. Okay. The session tomorrow, what we are, thank you. So they all came from the Department of Rural Development and Planning, the entire department, all the PG students and PhD scholars they are coming. And the idea for that session, what we planned, that the youth should be also vocal. They should also, they must have some voice for that. It is not that the Vice Chancellor and many more speakers who are giving some thoughts. It is not that. How youths are thinking on the issues related to climate change, issues related to SDG goals and others. So our scholars, young scholars, they are going to focus on that, how youth can think on that, how youth can play the role on SDGs. And there are many more other sessions and technical sessions and distinguished speakers, and I am sure that you will enjoy all these things. And not only that, if you see that entire program schedule, it is a blend not only the academic, but even today morning we have a very beautiful community feeling with the dance and cultures and other tourism development. And a beautiful song by our little singer. That culture, and if you see that the singing, the pattern of singing is coming from the family, and this is very, very crucial, how the youth are carrying that. So when we are talking about the sustainable development, it is not only the generation, but the next generation, how youths are thinking. And this is tremendous effort, the culture from the family. So when we talk about the issues related to climate change and many more other things, the development sector, but it is also important how youths are getting prepared in family also, how they are being nurtured, and how we can coexist. And it is excellent opportunity of this conclave that we have youth from almost 18 states. We have a lot of degree speakers and researchers from different countries, about 36 foreign delegates, and it's a great opportunity to learn from each other. But also it is important to respect each other. It is important that you came from one state and you should respect to the culture and the people from other states. It's very important. It is not only for the knowledge, it is not only for the fun, but it is also important to respect the culture and the tradition of a particular state. And I'm happy that all of you together the coming 4 days will spend, we will exchange in our cultural evening and many more. So with this, once again, on behalf of organizing committee, because Global Forum for Sustainable Rural Development, which is I am one of the founder, and along with Mr. Tapaswani Chakraborty is also co-founder from Bangladesh. So we made this Global Forum for Sustainable Rural Development, and together we are going to together we make a network of people from 132 countries. And if any of you are interested to join with us, it's a membership is a free of cost. And Mr. Bora is also looking after our Assam chapter. Like that, we have around 55 country directors, and every state we have a chapter. And any of you interested to join with us, this Global Forum for Sustainable Rural Development, we have a global center for youth development. So any of you are interested to join with us together and work with us, will be very happy to welcome you. And with this short speech, I am once again welcome all of you, and on behalf of organizing committee. If there is any kinds of shortcomings, if you face any trouble, please let us know. We will try to solve it, and as much as possible. We have limitation, we are being a small town, but I am talking on behalf of organizing committee. But if you come from outside, then you can see that effort, the energy the team is giving. Please, please give big round of applause for them to the very under the leadership of Bora, the entire team, the day and night they are working hard and they are trying to their level best to make all facilities to us. But if there is any shortcomings on behalf of organization committee, I will tell you, please let us know and we will try to solve it. With this, thank you once again to be with us and stay with us and also try to be involved actively and as a youth, you take the responsibility for the next.